Good morning. Happy Mother's Day. I just wanted to put this out here real quick because I didn't really sit down and edit anything yesterday to upload for today, so I'm going to do this real quick. Being that it's a holiday, um, I am not going to do much as far as carrying this camera around because it's not my favorite thing to do. I was going to open the winter sow containers, but it's chilly today. It's only like 41 degrees right now, and I think it's going to get up to the 60s. And the rest of the week is not going to be that great as far as low temperatures. I thought it was going to be, and I thought this was going to be one of the weeks that I could start putting things out. But see, we still have some cold nights. The warmest night is going to kick in on Friday, where the lows are in the 60s. But yeah, so I will not be, I can open them up. It's not going to be freezing, but I guess I should go ahead and take the tops off. I might do that later. I might wait till tomorrow. Just depends. I'm going to try to go to church with my mom today since it's Mother's Day, and that's one of her favorite things to do. And but what I wanted to get on here and talk about was my winter sow list. I know you can see it for the most part. If there's anything you want to see, you can pause, I guess. These are just my little hand-scribbled notes before I would write my labels. I would, I did not these labels. I use straight labels, not those. But when I write my labels, I would make sure I have a list inside, so I can look back at the seed packets during the winter months when it's too cold to be outside and I could do some research. Well, now I didn't do that this time. I didn't do any real research. I did a little bit, but just to see if this was a seed that would do well for the winter sow process. So if it said yes, it's an excellent plant or excellent seed to do winter sow, then I would. But I didn't write anything down. I didn't get to doing my research because I got caught up in some other things. But I did go through and just find out, okay, yes. All these that are planted were ones that they said were okay for winter sowing. So this is my list for this year. I started another list. Some of them are the same, and then some of them I think I was supposed to do inside of the greenhouse in trays, and I didn't because I know I never got the poppies done. They were sitting on the shelf, and then I had to put them back in the refrigerator because they like the cold. Long story short, jump to yesterday. I was going to make my chart so that I could start figuring out what plants are best to put in what location out in the front, where in front of the fence along the sidewalk. I wanted to get proper placement because a lot of these I don't have experience with. Then I got to thinking, this is going to be a lot of work to do. So I did something that I don't normally like to do, except for in times like this when I get stuck. I would have had to look up all of this stuff and write it all down, and I was already getting tired. So I relied on my good buddy ChatGPT, and look what it came up with for me. My list. Put the pen down so I can have a shadow. My list. I asked it to make the columns that say plant, light requirements, flower color, plant height, soil preference, and other information. I told it that I would give it a list of the plants and they could put them along the left side in the first column, and then I wanted them to fill in all of the other columns with information that they could find. And it did it. Look at this flower color, and it says pink plum purple because that's what I put, because I didn't have the exact name of the variety. So Joseph's Coat Amaranth, red, yellow, green, very good. I haven't even looked at all of this yet. I just grabbed it off the printer. I'm just now looking at it in detail. Uh-oh. That's not right. Patches Sunset. Did I type something wrong? It's supposed to be Apache. That means it did it itself. Orange, peach, lavender. But those are right. Those are the right colors. So, okay, I got a typo. Pacific Beauty Calendula. Yellow, orange, apricot. What else? Cosmo. Pink, white, crimson. Okay. Russell Hybrid Mixed Lupine. Mixed colors. Good enough, good enough. Kaleidoscope Larkspur. Blue, pink, lavender. Okay. Bridal Veil Nigella. White. Very good. Snow Maiden Scabiosa. White. Black Knight Scabiosa. Deep burgundy. And white wine red for the summer sangria. Good job. Mexican sunflower, orange red. Common milkweed, pink to mauve. Cheyenne spirit echinacea, mixed shades. I'm going to have to go in and do a little more writing on that one. But look at that. It gives you all of the information that you need. This, I don't always like to use AI stuff, but look at garden flower planting reference chart. It even gave it a name, and it gave it to me in a way that it looked weird on the phone, and so I asked it to, could it turn that list into a PDF, a printable PDF, and so then it kicked back a link. Clicked on the link, and this is what I've gotten. So I know a lot of you are naysayers, and some people love it. I mean, you're either 100% in or 100% out, but sometimes people let it use it. Don't let it use you. Use it to make your life easier, because instead of me using half of my evening to make this chart, and it was going to be a mess because of all the grid lines, this was so much easier because all I had to do was put the names in. And even if you don't like to type, you can do voice to text, and then you just proof it over and then hit it, enter it, and it's just that simple. You can talk to the app on the phone or on your desktop or laptop. Either way, it has the little microphone that you can just record what you want it to do, and then if the text looks right, then you enter it. I'm going to start redoing a lot of my charts this way. Sure, this isn't fancy, but it's to the point, and that's all I need. I just need to look at each plant, know how tall it's going to be, roughly what color it's going to be, so I know where to place it in my flower bed. Does it need to be at the edge? Does it need to be in the middle? Does it need to be to the back by the fence? Should I not put this one and this one together because they're pretty much the same color? You know what I'm saying? This is going to help me tremendously, and it only took me about 5 minutes to type this information in and get it to looking the way I wanted, because I learned you've got to be specific in what you say if you want your outcome to be great. So That's why it took me 5 minutes to type it in, because I wanted to make sure I didn't have to keep going back to ask it to change anything. And I didn't. The only thing I had to do was ask it to change it to a printable PDF. So for those of you that don't like the whole idea of using AI, sometimes you should try it. Give it a try, because it's worth it. This was worth it to me, to not have to spend my whole evening writing this down, and I still got a great graph in the process. All my information went from this to this. Awesome. All right, you guys have a great day. Happy Mother's Day. Keep it green.